Welcome to 10-Hour Languages. Meet Marian, Lisa, and Mark. Listen to their stories. Is your daily routine similar to theirs?
Marian is 34 years old. She is married and has 2 kids. Her son is 6 and her daughter is 4. Marian is a doctor and she lives in Chicago. She graduated from college in 2017 and got married in 2018. And now she lives with her husband and their 2 kids in a 3-bedroom apartment. Marian has 1 car for daily use and a family model she and her husband like to drive on weekends with the kids. At work she usually sees patients and performs surgeries. She can speak Spanish but she can't speak Portuguese. She knows that speaking different languages gives her an edge in her field and that's why she intends to learn Portuguese in the future. At home, Marian usually helps her kids with their homework. She and her husband help each other when it comes to raising the kids. Marian has to drive her kids to school every day and she also picks them up, but her husband does it whenever she has an emergency at the hospital. Last week Marian had dinner with her husband and their 2 best friends. They went to a nice little restaurant and talked for hours. She had a great time. She is gonna take a romantic trip with her husband next week. They are gonna talk about their plans for a long vacation. They wanna go to Europe and spend a couple of weeks there. Marian goes to the gym every day. She also likes to read and watch documentaries on TV. Yesterday Marian had a meeting with the director of the hospital she works at. Tomorrow she is gonna perform a major surgery. She has to be well prepared for it. Last weekend Marian was in San Francisco. She was attending a course in her field of expertise. It was a good learning experience. As you can see, Marian has a lot of things to do every day, but she is pleased with her life as it is.
Lisa is 27 years old. She is single and lives with her cat, Milo. Lisa is an accountant and lives in Austin. She graduated from college in 2019 and has been focused on her career ever since. She rents a cozy 1-bedroom apartment downtown. Lisa drives a compact hybrid car, perfect for city driving, and dreams of buying a convertible someday. At work, she manages financial reports and advises small business clients. She's fluent in Mandarin but doesn't know Japanese. Since her firm deals with Asian markets, she's considering taking Japanese lessons next year to expand her opportunities. At home, Lisa unwinds by baking or binge-watching crime dramas. She video calls her parents every Sunday. They live across the country. She handles all her errands herself, though her best friend sometimes helps when she's swamped with work. Last week, Lisa went to a jazz bar with her college roommate. They sipped cocktails, laughed about old memories, and stayed out way too late. She had a blast. Next weekend, she's taking a solo trip to New Orleans. She wants to plan a longer international trip, maybe to Southeast Asia, within the next 2 years. Lisa does yoga 3 times a week. She also loves thrift shopping and collecting vinyl records. Yesterday, she met with the startup founder about their tax strategy. Tomorrow, she's leading a budget meeting for her department, so she's double-checking her spreadsheets tonight. Last weekend, Lisa was in Dallas for an accounting seminar. She learned about new tax regulations. It was super useful. As you can see, Lisa has a full schedule, but she's content with where she is at in life.
Mark is 48 years old. He is married and has a 16-year-old son. Mark is an engineer and lives in Seattle. He graduated from college in 1998 and got married in 2005. Now, he lives with his wife and their son in a 4-bedroom house. Mark owns a reliable sedan for his daily commute and a vintage pickup truck he enjoys fixing up on weekends. At work, he designs industrial machinery and oversees construction projects. He can speak German but hasn't learned French yet. He knows that multilingual engineers often get international assignments, so he plans to study French next year. At home, Mark helps his son with math homework and occasionally tinkers with electronics in his garage workshop. He and his wife share household responsibilities. She handles meals while he takes care of home repairs. Mark usually drives their son to soccer practice, but his wife steps in when he has late meetings. Last week, Mark had a barbecue with his neighbors. They grilled burgers, joked about old college days, and stayed up late talking under the stars. He had a great time. Next month, he and his wife are taking a weekend getaway to a cabin in the mountains. They want to discuss their dream of buying a lakeside property someday. Mark goes for a run every morning. He also enjoys woodworking and listening to classic rock. Yesterday, he had a conference call with an overseas client. Tomorrow, he's presenting a new design to his company's executives, so he's reviewing his notes carefully. Last weekend, Mark was in Denver for a tech expo. He attended workshops on sustainable engineering. It was an inspiring experience. As you can see, Mark stays busy, but he's happy with how his life is going.